just might, be able to see it.
Yeah, no.
What do you mean no?
The game is good now, but the webcams are
Fuck the cameras. We're playing the
game. What if you open like through Task Manager or something, and then go through OBS while the game is still playing, and then you change it then? Does that work?
Let's see. I mean.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
now the game is paused for some reason.
Because I'm not playing the game, right? I'm not touching the game. That's the problem. See that the game is, is like this.
Paused.
Yeah.
And it's paused. So we're having issues with, with the game ratio. I'm wondering if I make the game slightly smaller and slightly more centered, if I touch the game again, what's going to happen? Because now I see Aquila is killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, they jumped
just
again.
become tiny people again.
Oh well.
I mean, we don't really need to see our faces.
Right, it's important to see the game.
But yeah, that's fair.
But it is admittedly a bit weird looking.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Like I'm honestly at a loss. We are attempting to fight with OBS, and OBS is really not working. OBS is refusing.
The only thing I could think of that might help is if you go in the game to like settings and then like video, and if it says like windowless border or like window or full screen, something like that.
Let's see. The only thing. Game settings. I wouldn't know where to. Maybe in graphics.
Like with graphics, yeah.
In advanced. Oh wait, maybe
running. It's custom resolution.
Okay.
Maybe that's why.
Let's just say.
By the way, I mean, what if you do a run in window?
I can try.
Does that do something?
I can attempt. Now it's in a window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's it. Okay. Do you want to
keep?
Right. Yes, we're keeping it. We made it. We're not gonna touch anything. Okay, we're keeping this. It's good. All right. So welcome everyone. We made it somehow. We don't know how, but we made it. We are not going to buy Ajax and Diomedes, so thank you everyone for the patience. We managed to get this running somehow. So welcome to our last series for this part of the year. We're gonna have a summer program later on. And welcome back to... Oh, the police is coming, of course. They're coming to get me. Welcome back to two of our guests, Dr. Kate Cook and Dr. Daniele Salvoldi. So today we will start a jump into the Total War series. And of course, we're going in game chronological order. So not as the games came out, but like the age that the games are allegedly portraying. And so we are starting from the Bronze Age, right? So we're gonna play Troy, a Total War saga that came out, oh man, how many years ago already? Several.
This one is 2020.
Yeah. It came out for free on Epic Games, actually. I remember I had class that day and I told my students, we are going to play this game in class because it was Greek mythology. So I was like, listen, it's the Homeric poems, right? We gotta do this. We gotta work with this. So yes.
Yeah.
Controversial game.
We've already had conflicting opinions on the game.
Exactly.
So Kate and Daniele, thank you so much for joining us. If there's anyone in the audience that doesn't know who you are, could you briefly introduce yourself, please? Although they should know who you are because you've all been on stream before at some point in the past. So if you could briefly, introduce yourself.
Please, Kate, go first.
Okay, sure. So hi, I'm Kate Cook. I have been here before because I was here talking about my co-edited volume, Women in Classical Video Games. So as that might indicate, I currently work on the representation of women in various what we call classical video games, i.e. games set in the ancient world, from mobile games to games like this, strategy games. and I look beyond women as well, although that's kind of main focus of mine. So I'm currently writing a chapter on Persephone in video games, which is still sort of women, but goddesses, so not women. And I also look at gender and language in Greek literature, particularly Greek tragedy. So the kind of Greek literature side of this game is also well suited to me.
Excellent. And
I
sir,
don't, I don't match even a fraction of her expertise. I've been here before with great pleasure, sometimes even like nagging Kate Minnie. Let me be there on the next one as well. When we did Assassin's Creed, I am a adjunct professor of history of architecture. That's mainly what I do, and that was usually this is the aspect of the game I look at. So I hope we'll have a chance to fight or to move around the ancient Mycenae. For Troy, and I'm just a gamer, so I just like to play games. But as Alex has announced, I'm gonna be the party pooper because I don't really, or wet blanket. I don't really like the game. I've played many of the Total War Saga, and I nagged again Kate to be here in the next streamings. This one I'm not a big fan of, so I hope I have a chance to change my mind during the day.
all right. You're selling yourself short, but you know, you really are. Okay, so
All right.
I think that we should start with like.
Mhm.
So what do we want to do? Do we want to do the campaign? Because I think the beginning of the campaign will already give us, you know, food for thought and like opinions, strong opinions on things. And we can also choose with which hero we want to play. So why don't I go ahead and click campaign, and a new one, you can already see with whom I was playing the last time for 134 turns, but that was a short one. So let's get, oh, we can also do multiplayer. Okay, yeah, we ain't buying. Okay, so we can do historical, which is traditional grounded in reality, Total War experience, or the truth behind the myth, which is the,
Oh yeah.
you know, the humoristic, you know, a humoric, I don't know how to say it, the opinion, like, you know, version of it, which is like, oh, you know, we're explaining these things, but also, as you can see at the bottom, mythic units are interpretations of legends. And so there's more mythical units. So this is already a choice, right? Do we want to be realistic, or do we want to just go bonkers and have minotaurs on the battlefield?
I like the truth behind the myth. I hate the slogan, but
Yeah.
I enjoy
Yeah.
the gameplay.
Yeah, it is a
I mean,
very.
it's a for a game, you know, remediating the myth of the Trojan War. The fact that you have to buy the mythological experience of it is kind of boring.
It's like, yeah, buy the Cyclops. I mean, we could, but okay, we can do truth behind the myth. I think we will all have something to talk about, especially, you know. Oh, okay, and now, oh boy. Okay, so we're already going to fight. So we can fight we can have Achilles with his, I'm assuming, new armor, forged by Hephaestus in book 18. We can use Odysseus with a very hard starting situation on the ground. We could play with Agamemnon, but who really likes Agamemnon? I mean, honestly, who likes him? Although I do dig his helmet. We could decide to be blonde and play as Menelaus, and you know, and start in a slightly better situation. We could play with Ajax from Salamis and talk about the giant shield that changes shape in like several times in 24 books, and how he's not even wearing an armor, even though he should have been wearing, you know, like a chest armor and everything else. But you know, we're gonna show that. although he's giving me strong Mediterranean vibes, Mediterranean man in the summer vibes. We could play with a literal short king, Diomedes, the king of Argos, who is exceedingly attractive for this game. Like Diomedes is never described as attractive in the poems. We know that he's short, that he's very angry all the time, that he's slightly less worse than his father, and that he's short. Did I mention that he's short? We are told that. Or we could change sides and we could play with the Trojans. So for the Trojans, we got Hector, who unfortunately is not Eric Bana. I know. A lot of people simped for that side of Hector, with another great shield. We could play with Paris, which has more than a passing resemblance to Orlando Bloom.
He
Right?
does, yeah.
Right? And also Errol Flynn, if you want to go back, many, many years in movies. We could play with this rendition of Aeneas, who, okay, I like the helmet. That's the Bortask helmet. We could just go with Sarpedon, which in here is old for whatever reason. Although we are told several times that he's young and, in his prime. Oh my god, this one I hadn't seen. We could go with Rhesus or Thrace.
Yeah, he's DLC, I think.
Just go is that a bear?
Yeah, he is DLC. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's a bear.
Rhesus and Memnon are both DLC.
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh man. So we could go with Memnon from Ethiopia.
Oh, lovely.
Right. He's the right color. I mean, he's closer to the right color. And he's using an Egyptian khopesh. I'm not sure about all that purple. I'm not sure. Or we could just choose to go bonkers and use the Amazons, and have either Hippolyta or Penthesilea herself with the crescent-shaped shield, which is incredible, and all these feathers, like these raptor feathers, which I absolutely love. And she was also like on one of the games on women in video games, right? She was also on the cover. Yeah. The art for this was also on the cover of one of those. Yeah.
Creative Assembly sent us some of their concept art to use on the cover, which was really good of them, actually, because it gave us a great cover.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. It's fantastic.
It is one of the best covers I've ever seen, I think. It is such, it's so cool.
Also,
yeah, I loved it.
In all of these, props to the developers for actually not calling the Achaeans Greeks, but call them the Danaans, which is one of the ways in which they refer to themselves. So that is like one point. We gotta give it to them. It's like they did their homework somehow. So yeah. Any strong opinions? Anyone that we really do not want, to embody? Oh boy. I'm not even gonna tell you what's happening outside my window. So with which hero do we feel like we would have more to talk about, is what I'm asking.
I would say maybe one of the kind of central Iliadic heroes gives us slightly more to bounce off of, just for the purposes of this.
That's fair. Daniele, would you agree?
Yeah, let's go vanilla. Let's go with the mainstream big hero.
Okay.
Easy level.
Okay, yeah, let's do Agamemnon. I hate this, but yeah, okay. Let's use Agamemnon. Okay. And before anyone asks, yes, in this house we slander Agamemnon. We don't like him. He's the Anaxandron, but he's also an asshole. And
I also hate Agamemnon, but actually Agamemnon is also the only campaign that I've ever completed. So he really is easy mode in this game.
Let's put everyone on easy. I mean, who cares at this point, right? If you've seen us play Age of Mythology, you would know we had flying hippos going around. So, we have the title King of Men, which is Anaxandron. So we appoint heroes to court positions, which is something that they brought from Attila, which I really like. Appointed hero receive bonuses and provide faction-wide effects. That's good. And being in court increases a hero's motivation. So it's a very centralized type of, let's say, government. But then again, it's one city. So of course, it's very centralized. And then, since we are the head of the expedition, we have the lion's share. So we entice or force, wink, wink, other factions to become your vassals, who will obey you and will give you resources as tribute each turn. But you can also extort them to get more tribute, but they also hate you. Recommended playstyle, we don't care. Son of Atreus and Aeropus. So plus 12% to administration and plus 4 to influence. We should, we should also have something that says he really does not get along with others, but I think that the extortion part of it.
Minus 10% teamwork or something
Minus
like that.
10%, yeah. Minus 5% call your brother a cuck. And any occasion, which he doesn't really do. He really likes Menelaus. He really cares for him. Weird. I didn't think Agamemnon could care for anyone. Anyways. So, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We can see all the other
Let's
factions
go.
here. So let's go see Troy. And
These cutscenes are beautiful, though.
I love this prologue.
Incredible. I put on the subtitles so everyone can read if you can't hear.
Partly because we're talking over it. It's quite difficult to hear.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could interpret it dramatically. we could give our
There
best
is plenty of drama here. Look at this. I love this.
Incredible.
They're very nice. Also, like the one, I mean, we were still setting up the tech aspect then, but like the one that before you see the menu with Hector and Achilles, like that one is perfect.
Like the makeup and
the
costume.
I was thinking about that. She is really like dressed to the nine. And she's wearing a good amount of purple dye, which is a good thing. Oh, look at all those Bortask helmets. Look at all of them.
Also, like how they didn't just copy the aesthetics from or the color palette from 2004 Troy.
Yes.
I think they did try to do a little bit different here.
My students have no idea about that movie.
They're blessed.
Yeah.
They are blessed.
I know, that's how old we're getting.
It's almost 20 years old.
They live in happiness. My God.
I love that film. I try and show it to my students every chance I get.
Oh my God. Well, I hope the game didn't crash right now, but no, it's loading. Okay.
Oh, it's loading. Okay, great.
Okay, that's good.
Otherwise, the gods would not have been with us.
I mean, it's
also,
taking some time to to work because of course,
David Serrano says, "Yeah, my own students don't get the connection between Achilles and Brad Pitt, and it makes me feel old."
Thank goodness they don't. Oh my God, it would be I feel bad. I feel bad for that. Well,
people tend to. I mean, compared to the 2018 Netflix show.
Yeah.
I think the film was more exciting to watch.
Okay, but I did like the 2018 Achilles a lot more than Brad Pitt.
I mean, I like that, but just the story. I mean, the pace of it.
The pace of that show is not. I loved a lot of things about the show, but it took so long, and like things that you wanted to spend more time on went by instantaneously, and then there were other things where you just had whole episodes where it felt like nothing was happening. And there's quite a lot of material. Given they tried to cover like quite a lot of the epic cycle, not just the Iliad or anything. There's quite a lot of material to fit in. How can you afford to go so slowly over some of it?
Exactly, and to put like unnecessary drama when actually we don't like. There's enough drama in the book, so in the books, and in like all of it that like you can. Oh, here we are. So Homer himself is our advisor,
our tutorial guide, which I think is a role Homer often gets in games. In Oculus Amiga, that Homer is also like the tutorial, and even in like Phoenix Rising. So now you have Zeus and Prometheus talking about it, but originally it was Homer who would recount the entire thing.
Incredible, fantastic. I love how they assume that Homer existed, right?
Yeah. But I mean, if you're going to assume that Homer exists, this is the way that everyone assumes it, right? I mean, they've obviously paid attention to how do people think of Homer. He's blind. And he also speaks. Notice all the kind of speaking in epithets that he always does. Like it's golden Mycenae, even just in these little tutorial cues. Like they have thought about it.
Oh yeah,
I love
yeah.
these guys. These giant guys, like shaking their fists on the map, is just the best.
Curse you! I mean, I remember when you used to play. Well, I mean, in all the other games, like in Shogun, it was like giant, giant Ronin and like warlords going around. Okay. But of course, they will pay for the insults to us and our brother. Clearly, I mean that's the reason why we're going to war. It's not like we're, you know, we have other things. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we need to defeat an army belonging to tyrants. So
I love the
the
the vase painting
warmongers. The vase paintings are
aesthetic.
great, but also at the
Mighty,
Yeah.
mighty walled tyrants.
Yeah.
exactly. So I do. Whoa. Okay. I need to get used to this again because I'm really not. I'm not used to this anymore. Okay. Let me use. Yeah. Much better. Okay.
What is Diomedes doing right next to us?
Diomedes. Oh,
Just hanging out.
he's just chilling.
He's hanging out.
He's neutral. You know. He's neutral. He's just chilling with
Oh,
people. But look at us. Being...
hi. I see Louise is in the chat. Hi, Louise.
Hey.
Good luck with your dissertation.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we have Mycenae itself. Can we look at the city? We can look
I think
at
you
the
can
can't
zoom in
parts.
out, but like
You can get closer if you fight a battle in a city.
Yeah,
but
you can
we
get
can't
in
do
the
that
city.
in our
You
own
can't.
city.
Yeah, you can't do that in our own city, which is a pity. But we have a lot of people. I mean, we got a big garrison, and we don't have the whole province yet. We gotta fight, but we can build things. So this is great. So we can build unique buildings, and for this, of course, we have the Mycenaean walls, which we have already built somehow. We
Can improve them, no?
we can improve them once we reach level 3.
They become cyclopean.
Yes, exactly. We can build some military buildings, so we can have a Frictoria and then a watchtower and then watchtower patrols, which reminds us of the beginning of the Agamemnon when the guard is on the watchtower saying that he's out there like a dog under the stars and complaining and grumbling. Or we can go with some resources. I thought the resource thing in this game was a lot of fun. I usually don't like it in the Total War series, but in this one I liked it a lot. Or, of course, we could decide, and we can't yet because we're not level 2 yet, we could build an altar to Hera, Zeus, Ares, Apollo, Athena, Poseidon, Aphrodite, Artemis, or Hephaestus. So we got 3, 6, 9. We're 9 of the 12 Olympians. We have options.
Close enough.
Close enough. And we have, we got Stymphalos, so we can see our relations with others. We can see our faction leader, our faction summary.
The people in the chat are loving the borders of the horizon of the game. Look, face painting as well. And I agree, it's such a clever way, and
yeah, no, it's a great, like the graphics of the game and like the choices that they made in terms of how do we depict these things are fantastic.
Yeah. I also think like but I don't know because we're still in the tutorial level.
Yeah, basically.
So yeah, maybe I'll say that later. But that's something about the fog of war that I also really like in this game.
So I mean, we can build something and try.
Spend that money.
Yeah, we're gonna need to spend the coin, right? So let's see. Well, we've already built the walls. We should. I don't know. I mean, it's an administrative place, right? So we can build a chieftain's hall and then a megaron and then a royal palace. I think it would be like we should already have a megaron first of all.
What is it? You have a megaron and a royal palace.
Yeah.
After the megaron.
Yeah. As if the megaron was not already something of the sort.
The megaron is self-standing.
Yeah. And then in here we can't really build that, but we can wait. Okay. Then let's see. Who's this? Euphemus of Tyrant. Oh, I see. We have Epitauros, which is teeny, but it's ours. So we've conquered like very randomly until now. It's like it's not like we have total control of the whole region, but we can build something small here, maybe to fuck them up.
I guess they gave Tyrants as not conquered to give you the thrill of the battlefield. I have not seen the map.
Yeah.
Because-
So
Yeah,
As
you're
a
supposed
matter
to
of
wipe
fact,
out your initial enemy normally, just to give you a bit more.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you let them, I mean, some of the things that the first few times I played, some of the biggest mistakes I made was not wiping out this initial enemy, and then they're just sitting in what was meant to be your territory the
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
time.
You're like, wait, why
Which
is my
does not work.
economy not working? And you're like,
Yeah,
whoops,
exactly.
whoops, what did I do wrong? Okay.
By the way, I'm gonna ask a question that may be very, very stupid. Did they misspell Epidavros? Is it
Epitauros. So,
or is it like is there an older version of the name with a T instead of a D?
I
I can't
think,
read. Wait a second.
yeah. Yeah, I think they're going for like a variety of spellings because they sometimes it seemed to me, and I may be wrong, that they cannot make up their minds if they want to use modern, ancient, with which vowel variations. For instance, erkomenos, it's orkomenos, usually in classical Greek, right?
No, but that's a different city because I think Orchomenos should be more north.
Is in Boeotia? I mean,
Yeah.
on this map.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh,
But
you're
like,
right.
I
You're
get,
right. But like, I don't know about that.
but like, there's differences in like writing a C or a K, but a T and a D that should be.
It is.
Those are.
It is.
Yeah.
And Troise.
Okay, then-
Tegea.
yeah.
So Tegea, it's whoop. Okay. It's also difficult to use this in like windowed mode, so I'm gonna be moving very slowly.
Oh yeah. David in the chat is saying maybe I'm gonna. Maybe he's going Pandora here, but why isn't Daniele so fond of the game?
No, you need to tell us. You tell us the things while I try to figure out if we can recruit some troops, maybe.
I was reading. I got distracted. I was reading something about Epidavros and Epidavros.
Okay.
I wish
we don't have enough
this
money.
map. You know what? Before the game came out and before they announced it, I'd always been like, okay, we've got medieval Europe, we've got 18th century world basically, because you have North America and India and the colonies, and you've got the Roman Empire and even the late Roman Empire, and you've got Japan and you've got China and you've got fantasy. And I was always like, come on, everything started with Age of Empires, and you had the ancient Egyptians and the Assyrians and Mesopotamia, and Iran, Persia. So I was like, please do a game in the Bronze Age where you have the Eastern Mediterranean. I was so disappointed that it's just, oh, come on, just the Greek world or the Mycenaean world and Trojans. It could have been, the Phoenicians, the Egyptians. It would have been
the sea people. The sea people.
The beginning of my it was the disappointment of wasting, perhaps, I don't know, you have to convince me. I think this today would be like, convince me this game is worth of. I have it, I installed it, I tried to play it like twice or three times, and I got discouraged very, very early. So sorry again. I'm gonna be the wet blanket tonight.
So I'm gonna go to the next turn because there's not a lot we can do right now. Let's see what happens. Hey, Diomedes, my dude, where are you going? He's just passing by. Okay, he did the things. Asia. So we're gonna see all the various heroes and see what they're doing and where. So Ajax is traveling. I think he's going to attack things. I like how each hero has its own like animal in their on their shield, and sometimes they don't make a lot of sense. Sometimes they do, but why the bear for Paris? And who is this guy? Oh, Podalirius. Oh no, I know this one. It's just so we're seeing all the allies moving. Also Athens kind of already existing, controversial.
Well, Athens did exist in the Mycenaean period.
Yeah, it's just that the self-insert of Athens in the Iliad has always seemed suspicious. It's always
I
seemed
mean,
kind of
this
suspicious.
game is claiming to convey the truth behind the myth, so maybe they know something we don't.
Issue a royal decree. Okay, well, we
Yeah,
are
but I mean
issuing a
that's why
decree.
I hate that slogan so much, because like if they had said this is a kind of a I don't know, almost the Iliad behind the myth or something, like it is a very close representation of a lot of Iliadic things in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, the quests, the fact that you can have a Homeric victory, which we saw a minute ago, which is basically kind of reenact aspects of the Iliad. There's like a lot of really close engagement with the poem, but that isn't the same as like truth or even historical truth, whatever that might mean. And that has caused, I think, a lot of unnecessary conflict, including among fans. I mean, I still think it's great. I love the interactions with the Iliad that we get, and I think it's really interesting. I just wish they hadn't said anything about truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because then it's also easy. Ooh, we can build a statue of Agamemnon because clearly he doesn't have an ego big enough. However, it's great for the army. Consider this.
Yeah, let's vote.
Consider this. Let's get the statue done.
Let's get it.
And then can we build anything else? No, I think we can't build anything else. Yeah, it is okay. So the first time I played it, it was like the very first version that released. So I don't think you could buy the mythical thing yet. And I was very surprised at how they had dealt with the mythical units and like the God's favor and everything else. I wish they had gone even more bonkers with that, right? Because when you say, oh, this is the truth behind the myth, like from there to Ancient Aliens, it's a moment, right? It's a second. Oh, it's ancient technology. Oh, it's ancient things. But sometimes I think we should take things for what they are, which is like, fantasy, basically, right? Ancient fantasy.
Yeah. I think that it's also the problem that it's a game in a Total War franchise. Like if this was its standalone thing, not in a long-running series or franchise, then they might have maybe gone more into it. But they have this, historically oriented audience, or with their own, let's say, historical opinions and ideologies that they, I think, need to please in a way.
Yeah.
But then
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
then that causes problems with the thing that unfortunately Alex has heard me complain about all over the place. But stuff like, dealing with the Amazons, for example, like having the Amazons in here is really accurate to the Iliad. So that is a kind of Iliadic truth. But then you get all these like angry people saying, oh, well, it's not historically accurate to have an army of women. Okay, maybe for your view of historical, which is generally a kind of very limited view of what is historical anyway.
Yeah, right.
But it is really accurate to the Iliad. So like this kind of presentation of something as kind of semi-historical was such a shame.
Yes. Well, it's always the people who complain that like there are women warriors in Assassin's Creed, but they don't complain about glowing alien balls. So that they can change people's minds. Not gods are on our sides in the meantime, and we are being attacked. And we are
haven't
defending.
got enough troops.
Yeah, and the odds are bad. We should retreat.
Run for it.
No, if you play it, you can win this. No,
I don't think we can.
No, Daniele doesn't like this game as he wants to see us lose as quickly as possible.
No, we're gonna leg it. We're gonna leg it. We're gonna follow some examples from the Iliad and leg it. If we were Ajax, I would be like, yeah, no, we're gonna see. Now they're splitting up, and now we can pick them.
By the way, David asked in the chat, don't you think those kinds of models, truth versus myth, sell an equivalence between myth and fairy tale? I mean, I think that's an easy opposition to make between historical or realistic or plausible versus everything that's not.
Let's see what this terrain is. No, I think we might die.
Yeah.
But
I guess,
okay.
I mean, they called it truth behind the myth. And I think in that they were trying to suggest that there is something lurking behind myths. I mean, this is what all the kind of, the Trojan War truthers, the people who kind of go on about the historical reality behind the Trojan War are saying anyway, is that a difference between myth and fairy stories is that there is something truthful for these people behind them. I'm not sure that is a very good definition of myth actually in general, but it is, I think it's distinguishing myth a little bit from fairy tales, but I agree, like it does suggest it still sets up a relationship which is in itself not very helpful.
Yeah. Also, like,
Did we just get
wounded-
wiped out? What just happened?
Oh
there?
yeah, it's okay. But Agamemnon was just wounded. He doesn't like it. It takes a lot for heroes to die, which I learned at my own expenses when I was trying to kill Hector, and he just kept, oh, he's wounded and he's gonna come back. And you're like, wait, what?
Back,
No,
yeah.
he's supposed to die. But no, he's not. So we.
Did you drag him around the city? Because that usually
Yeah.
wounds him pretty well.
It usually works. Okay, so we're waiting for our decree to pass. I don't think we can recruit new heroes. Oh no, we can. We
haven't
can. Oh, okay.
Rimidon, Epeos.
He's a warlord,
Rimidon.
and he's a commander. I mean, what a name! What a name! Orsilochos, he's a mentor. I don't know. We need someone who can. Although he's a protector, since we're on the defensive. This is a difficult choice, right? I do like that they brought this from Attila.
These references are great as well.
Yeah,
I think that Epeos character, the third one, isn't he said to be like he's from Focus, but he created like the first axe or something like that. And then in the Hellenistic period, there's poems by Hellenistic authors about Epeus, but then it's like in the shape of an axe, and it's like an early version of these figure poetry types, which I always found interesting.
Let me get Orsilochos first of all. My dude. Okay, can we recruit? Yeah, we can. Okay. We can get some spearmen, and perhaps we should get some slingers. That's all we can afford for now. And we are as we are waiting. Let's see.
So you got Orsilochos? What did you get?
The dude, the Orsilochos. Yeah. He's he's a good fighter. And he has some interesting bonuses.
Of the son of the river Alpheus and father of Diocles.
There you go. They
Appears
choose.
in book 5. I've got my Iliad. So it's too many years since I did the exam of.
Since you read it.
We have our own Homeric bard here.
Oh yeah, well, there is a new translation, hopefully coming out sooner rather than later, by none other than Emily Wilson, whose translation of the Odyssey was incredible. So I really cannot wait what she can do with the Iliad. Okay, these guys are really trying to take us. Well, I mean, okay.
They're in serious trouble. We really should have got rid of these guys. I like how we were like, oh, you really have to get rid of them quickly, otherwise you're in trouble. We didn't do that, and now we're in trouble. We should have, in the first turn, literally in the first turn, you have to wipe out their army.
Okay. Well, we can restart the campaign. I'm not against
that. No, it's
fine.
Let's just suffer. It's
okay. I mean, it's very Greek.
Let's just
What happened?
That's how you learn, right? That's what Aeschylus tells us. Learn through suffering.
Yeah, they attacked us. It's fine. It's okay. Well, he's still alive though, so.
I mean.
They're hiding somewhere in a cave.
Yeah, with a bear, probably.
Mm.
Okay. Well, they're good away, so that's good. Okay, so we got this. But yeah, we are thriving. We just got raided by.
Can you play the defense of Mycenae? Let's see the city.
They didn't lay siege. That's the problem. They just raided it and left. It would have been nice if we fight inside the city. It would be great to be able to just go in and see it. Let's garrison it then.
Mm.
Hey, what turn is this? Is turn 4?
Yeah, we're like.
We got raided already.
We already raided. That's a great start. We're out to a great start, okay? Incredible, fantastic. Let's see how our other cities go. No, this city is doing well. They're chilling. Can we get a hero in here? Not yet. Not yet. And we didn't get any divine things, which is we're waiting. Oh, we could pray though.
Instead of building a
I
statue,
think at this point we should.
But we can
An
only
hecatomb.
we can only pray to
Yeah, this
Hera
one.
for now. So we can get 70 plus 70 favor of Hera for 500 food, which we can afford if we want. Or we can diminish, no, actually up their attrition if they are in our territory, which I think would work best for us. So let's just pray to Hera. No hackathon yet. Let's be,
Not yet.
Yes.
We need the food to get soldiers. I think.
Exactly. So we prayed, and the gods shall answer next turn. Just hold on for the gods to answer. It's like, okay, we'll wait.
Oh, they might not deliver. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you never know with the gods, right? I like what
Unless
they.
you play as Aeneas.
In which case, Mom always answers.
Well, and if you play as Aeneas, he has this great dynamic where you can like get missions from the gods to make them happy, which means your prayers are much more likely to be successful. So, I mean, Aeneas is really weird in this game. They've really gone with a kind of very Aeneid Aeneas because you can also talk to dead people, which
Okay.
including people who die during this game. So, like, if one of the other heroes gets wiped out, you can then consult them from once they're dead as Aeneas.
Like, okay.
Oh,
Well,
weird.
shit. Oh, we didn't have to. Okay, well, that's fine. I've advanced one turn for whatever reason. We're gonna have to ask one of our vassals for resources. Emphasis on ask. So we're going to. Or it's gonna say. Also, why did they? Yes. I know they rated us. Okay. Good. So. Sorry.
How many
resources.
factions are there in this game?
Oh, a lot.
There's a lot, yeah.
These emblems, and there's like so many.
So we need to. Oh wait, we can actually look at the. Okay, first of all, we need to ask for. Double left. Your demands. What are we demanding? How do we ask them for food?
It's a one-off trade, I think. So barter agreement.
A single barter. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. So you should give us, I don't know, man, like how much food do they have? They got food to spare. Let's get 600 food. And just, well, maybe too much. Let's say
it's quite a lot.
Let's say 250. 200? Come on.
We're just doing it to like get the quest, right? We're not actually trying to cripple them.
What do you mean we're not trying to? Who do you think I am?
200 is fine. 200 is fine. I'm just saying, like,
Do I look like a
life
good
is
person?
not going great for us. Let's not alienate all our friends.
Okay, let's get them
20. in the beginning of the game.
20 and make it work. Okay, yeah. Perfect,
fantastic. We're Agamemnon. We're gonna need those friends later.
Naturally, thank you. Yes, we're exiting the negotiations. Did that count towards the quest resources? I think. Oh no, you asked them from here. Okay, so we're gonna.
Oh, okay. So we just asked for that for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna extort them. We extorted them. That's good. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. We kind of like you. I mean, we hope you still like us.
And probably not.
Probably not. Oops. Okay, so now we can build a royal palace if we want. We're also kind of fucked up, so perhaps we should think about troops. I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's spend some money on troops.
Yeah, we can have. Oh, look at that. We can have shielded clubmen. So yes, we're going to the club, or shielded spearmen. Let's go to the club, and then.
Spearmen.
And then we can't afford all of them, so let's get one of regular spearmen as well. Slowly and steady wins the race. Everything else.
We haven't got much regular bronze income, so we probably don't want to spend it all on
no, exactly.
soldiers we can't afford.
We gotta wait. Well, our decree is 4 turns. We're gonna get a decree. They want some. The fuck is this? Gold and 1 bronze for all this coin. Yeah, sure, Achilles. Take it. We're good. We need the food for the soldiers, so that's okay. sexy Diomedes is just going around. Good for him. So, what did they do with Aeneas that he can speak to the dead? I'm very confused. I'm very curious.
So we have our like special vassal related dynamics as Agamemnon, right? And all of these different factions have a different one of these different dynamics. And Aeneas has got his two are a kind of equivalent to divine will, so an extra bit on divine will where you consult the omens, receive missions, and then get god divine favor by completing the missions. Sometimes these line up reasonably with what you were trying to do anyway. Sometimes it's just like defeat this faction on the other side of the map, which you're never going to do because you're never going to get there. So it's kind of semi-useful. The other thing you could do is called Stygian Voices, and it allows you to consult dead heroes. And then they give you different types of bonuses for a certain number of turns depending on who it is, and you can unlock them in different ways. So like when you build your first port, you can consult the dead hero Theseus for the first time. You can always consult Dardanus, Ilus, and I forget who the third guy is because I never remember to. So kind of the like the ancestors of Aeneas. But the interesting thing about it is it really upsets all your people because everyone is like, this is weird, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. But yeah,
exactly.
Yet...
When you keep, it's like Aeneas comes out of his tent and announces he can hear the voices of dead heroes, and of course, therefore, your people are unhappy about this. Like,
like, we sure? Like, are we sure that is he okay? Is he okay?
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
But you get useful little bonuses for it. So
also, okay. look at our brother trying to extort us.
Yeah, but he's giving us stuff.
Okay.
He's giving us stuff, and he's saying he's going to fight our enemies for us.
Okay,
Let's take it.
That's good. That's good. Oh, I saw baby how do you say Teucros as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I like him. The Corinthians. Listen. Okay, let's not. Okay. Maintain at least 60% of the following influence by the fight. In our province. Yeah, well, if we could conquer it, we would love it. Maintain 12 units. We just did it. We have. Thank you. That was a great success. We didn't do shit for it. It was a great success regardless. Okay. Who is this dude? Okay, he's neutral. So which others? Yeah, we need to take Corinth. It sucks, but first we need to kill the other people. So
we gotta get rid of the guys.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of those dudes. So let's get some clubbing. Some of these. Let's get some regular ones. Yeah, I think like next turn we might consider attacking. You know. We got like 12 units and everything else.
Punishment.
Yeah, we're gonna destroy everything. Sì, grazie. Yeah, administration is vital. Yeah, we've been administering things a lot. We've been.
I don't recall reading that in the Iliad.
I don't recall reading
about
Homer,
right. Administration is vital to the system.
However, the Iliad has a lot of bartering and like saying, oh, we'll give you this and that. We'll give you this many tripods for this, and we'll give you this many tripods because we took a girl from you. And it's like, well.
Yeah.
Well, and ingots.
1/3 of the Iliad is battle scenes, so all of the rest of it is just like people talking to each other. So, which is basically administration, right?
Yeah, and singing and being very petty, and unnecessarily dramatic as well.
Yeah, of course.
That is the.
By the way, speaking of the Iliad, that's something I wanted to talk about with all of you. Like, so this is of course, Total War Troy. We've been comparing it to the Iliad, but I was at a online conference a couple of years ago, and there was someone who gave a paper on this very game, and he said that so you have the economic gameplay, resource management, and then there's the big real time strategy scenarios. But then in the Iliad, if you have combat, like Kate just said, like there's 1/3 of the Iliad is fight scenes. It's mainly like action scenes that are in games you'd more find like action adventure games, like it's characters versus characters rather than armies versus armies. Do you think? Does anyone here think like what are your thoughts on like if you adapt the Iliad into a video game? would you go with like the strategies and gameplay scenario or the dynamics that you see here, or would you go with like the more action adventure or third person character style of type of game? Like both have been done. Like there's this Warriors Legend of Troy, which is the more like it's Dynasty Warriors with Greek antiquity. But like, what are your thoughts on this? Because I've always been intrigued by this question. Like, is from a certain point, it makes sense to adapt the Trojan War into a strategic scenario like this, but at the same time, I mean, there is truth in that. You know, it's more the fight scenes are more personal than these, you know, than maybe in this game.
Yeah, and they have tried to represent that a little bit. So we haven't had any good battles yet. But if you send your like one commander hero to fight the other commander hero, you get like everyone stands around and you get the kind of Homeric duel where they kind of challenge each other, which is how most of the fighting happens in the Iliad. And interestingly, Ajax, which I have just started playing because I just bought it because it's a DLC. Ajax has a dynamic where you could go around challenging the champions in various factions, and then you can recruit them. It's a Paragon system for kind of Total War mechanics, and they just do a little kind of no lives are lost. They just do a little duel, and you can kind of subsume these guys into your army. So they have thought about that a little bit. I mean, I guess I would quite like an action RPG of the Trojan War, but unless you were spending quite a lot of time in Troy, like I don't know what you would do for gameplay for more than about 3 hours. Like, okay, so you're an individual hero, you have a couple of duels, and then
and that's it. You go steal a statue.
Exactly.
You go steal some horses,
Yeah.
and then you go pillaging around the question mark.
Yeah.
I mean, the way Warriors Legends of Troy fixed that is they have different levels with different characters. So and so they keep, I think they keep gameplay for longer. I think that way.
Yeah, that does work. Oh boy, we gotta build a House of the Gods, okay, and have a single unit. But you know what? Fuck this single unit. We're giving everyone to Agamemnon because you know he needs it.
One negative gain, since I am.
Yeah, no, go for it. Go for it.
I think this is a good point. I mean, is this setting and collection of narrative suitable for a game like this, where you have to micromanage towers and constructions and building up army? What I felt also in terms of frustration is that we all know it's about Troy and going to Troy, huh? And you want to go and you want to do that, and you know that's the goal, or at least I think you want to go and fight, and you want to see the horse, no? You want to see the fighting by the city. You want to see the ships landing, and all the rest.
You're breaking up a little.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't me if it was me. I think it's Creative Assembly blocking his audio.
Creative Assembly has decided that Daniele should not speak. I was like, oh, dang.
In criticism there. Oh yeah,
he's disappeared. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Well, hopefully he will reappear. But yeah, Creative Assembly said no.
No, what happened?
Oh, there
Oh,
you
now
go.
we can hear him again. Yeah.
Censored. This is cancel culture.
So, did you hear what I said?
No.
So you want to see the Trojan horse?
Yeah, you want up on that point, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember what I said afterwards. I mean, the point of you want to be there, no? You want to be doing the fight.
Yeah.
And not the preparation to the fight, no? The organization of the alliance, the mustering of the troops, the crossing, and the economic of the tiny villages. You want to go and do the fight, right? That's the climax. You know it's gonna be. That's the end point of the game. You have apparently. I hope so. So all the rest is like, oh, why do I need to do the preparation for it? This is what I felt like. I want to be under the wall of Troy or on the walls of Troy, defending the city or attacking the city. And instead, I have to fight against Tyrants that actually should be in my own property already.
Already, yeah.
Yeah, that was my point.
No, I
get that, but I mean, what I quite like about conversely, what I quite like about the way they've got the kind of current system is it gives you a chance to play through a lot of the other kind of almost like mythological background. Like if we play, we probably won't get there in 2 hours, but if you play as Agamemnon for long enough, you know, you get a question of, well, what are you going to do about your treacherous wife, for example?
What are you going to do about your
what are you
daughter?
going to do? Yeah, when you get to Aulis, you have a choice of, are you going to sacrifice Iphigenia or not? And like that's, and again, you know, Aeneas has got a lot of really weird missions, to be honest. But Hector and Paris have this kind of dynamic around jockeying for power in Troy as part of the build-up to the Trojan War. And some of this is, you know, again, it's like quite detailed engagement with the myths, which I thought was really fascinating. Like, what would happen if Paris was the favored son and the kind of leader of all the Trojan forces and so on?
So in a
I
sense,
think, you know, I think they do quite well. So the campaign, I think, gives you enough interest. I'm not sure for all of the factions, but I think for some of them, the campaign gives enough
think
interest.
that like what Alex was saying about like maybe playing an RPG, I think this has some RPG elements because you make choices. Like even with Odysseus, you're like, oh, where do you go? And like, do you do this? You do that, which is something interesting because then it builds up this alternate universe, you know, Trojan, well, like cycle poem, right? In which, oh, maybe you can try. Like when I was playing with Agamemnon, I actually played, like I finished the campaign with it and I had the Restis. And I had to choose, like, do you kill your mother? You know, and do you avenge your father? And I was like, well, what if for once Orestes would not kill his mother? And it was a completely different thing. So it is like I think they did like some good RPG stuff with this. It's just the this is the truth behind the myth that really sits wrong with me. It really does. It really does. And I also do wish that we had like a Total War, like a historical Total War game in the Bronze Age without the mythology. Like, let us fight the Hittites, right? Let us fight the Sea People. Let us play as Egypt, like at
the Mitannians.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if you want, you know, let us play as the Mitannians. Like, let us play as all those other civilizations that we never get, because by the time we get them in Total War, it's already, you know, at the end of it. It's already like Ptolemaic Egypt is already, you know, the Seleucids and everything else. Like, get us even before that, which is great. And also in terms of armors and weapons, it would be incredible. It would be fantastic. Maybe not the Egyptians because tradition, but like all the others, it would be incredible. Give us the Assyrian chariots, for fuck's sake. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have choices here. We can occupy, we can loot and occupy, we can sack, or we can raise.
I would vote occupy because we're going to need this to be cheery.
I would loot it and occupy because we get some coin back, you know? I mean, that's not, it's just, you know, just a -20 penalty and like -12 province stability.
Don't loot your own cities.
Yeah, if you're going to occupy it, why loot it beforehand?
Because
I agree. I don't loot unless it's somewhere like far away that I don't care about hanging on to.
Oh my god! See, I'm this is the thing. I'm a loot or sack kind of gal. But okay, let's occupy. I'm a monster. Alex knows I'm a monster. The strategy games really bring out the monster in me.
There have been some moments on stream that I saw different.
Some moments. Some moments.
Especially that one with the zebra.
But look, we got the boarskin of Diomedes' dad, who was also short and also angry. Diomedes' father, a ferocious warrior in his own right, wore the pelt of a giant boar to battle. Well, yeah, he also ate someone's brain, so, you know, a great role model for sure. Let's see.
Not in the Iliad, though. He is not a cannibal in the Iliad.
He's not a cannibal in the Iliad, and he's still short though and angry. Everyone remembers how angry Tydeus was all the fucking time. That's the thing. That like every time they encounter them, it's like, oh yeah, your father. Oh, he was certainly angry, wasn't he? You're like, yes. We can also choose if we want to have a warning shout or a seize the moment thing, so we can get more hit points and yell, or more hit points and kill. It depends. It depends on what kind of fighter we want to be. To be honest, for Agamemnon, I would be hard pressed to choose anything that is warning because yes, he's Aristeia at a certain point, and he's a damn good, warrior. Alas for everyone, and it doesn't give us like. Nah, it's the same. Yeah, let's just seize the moment. Oh, and then we can choose, I think, Stalwart or Generous Host. I mean, the next one is gonna have to be Generous Host. But soon. No, now. Oh, and we can. We can have the shield. Okay. Oh, but this is Orsilochos. Okay. Never mind. That's the Agamemnon. Okay. He's got the boar, he got his shield, he's got his mount, and then skills. Oh, right. Reinvigorate or March of Hermes. Yeah, Reinvigorate. That's okay. And then the next one we're going to get Famous Hero. All right. So both of our heroes have advanced. I don't know how I feel about the skill points system, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about any skill point system in any game.
I find it really annoying, particularly because particularly when you get to the end and your best hero is at like level 25 or whatever, and you've getting these stupid skill points and you can't spend them on anything because you've hit the end of the tree, and it keeps constantly telling you you've got unspent skill points.
Oh, well, give me something to do with them then.
Yeah, there should be some dynamic where you could do something like, I don't know, inspire your warriors to increase their rank with those spare skill points, or just something.
That's something that happens with RPGs quite a lot. Like you get like the most powerful weapon of the game right at the very end of it, and you can't use it for anything because you've done everything else.
Yeah.
So it's like
So
it's a game design problem.
We can command ritual practices. We can have more recruitment. We can organize games. Or we can
make the dice game from that phase.
I wish. We can establish a spy network, or we can just have plus 5% of all resources. Somehow I think we might organize the game since we just conquered one of the cities. Maybe making everyone happy and give plus 10 to growth would work.
We are having a bronze crisis, however, so we're going to have to do something about our bronze situation quite soon.
I mean, the answer is conquering more. As one does. That's always the answer. Since we're not conquer Troyzen. But they're nice. Okay. We could ask for some bronze to our, we can ask our allies, which is them. Yeah, there you go. So for now, we're good. We asked them politely, nicely.
I also think next time we should try to have one of the real-time battles just to see.
Oh, yeah.
What is our current epic mission?
We are 1 hour into the game. We haven't seen any.
We haven't killed anything. I mean, we kind of killed. Let's see.
Daniele was here saying he wants to be on the wall.
He wants to be. We're gonna go really quickly. Well, these are. We can find Corinth. So as one does.
All right.
I mean, it's always that's always the idea. Fuck Corinth and their vases.
I mean, it's their position.
Let's go crash their vases. So as soon as all of our troops are okay, we can go and conquer because we need that province. So might as well. Which is not a province, but you get the idea, right? We need that region.
Is recalling. David just renamed the game Troy, not so Total War.
I remember spending hours and hours and hours trying to learn how to fight on the battlefield in Medieval 2, which is still my favorite of the series. I think like they peaked there. Like. No better game in the series. Not even Attila, which I really love, especially with the Ancient War mods. But
Odeon was the best.
The last time I did a stream of this was for the History Respawned channel, actually, and the only time we did the fighting, I forced Bob to go and make our two heroes fight, even though it lost us the battle, just because I wanted to demonstrate the dynamic of having two people.
That works.
All right. So, okay, you know what you have to do now.
I just destroy everything.
Oh, okay, they're dead. That's good. We love that for us. So
that's because Menelaus did it for us.
Yeah. Tyrion says no more, so F in the chat for them. Goodbye. Let's see. We're
What are we supposed to be doing? What's our mission?
So our divine missions, I don't fucking the fuck. Okay, so we got
It's like, yeah, there.
this. Well, we got Conquer. We gotta conquer Corinth. You know it because we
Okay,
got Corinth and
perfect.
Stymphалus. So that's the next. Does Corinth
Okay,
have a
let's go do that.
garrison? Sauce. They may have a big garrison. But our dude Diomedes is there doing his thing. So once we... Is this guy okay? Are all the troops okay? Kind of. Here's what we can do.
Go.
Yeah, well, we can, you know.
This is like the elite, like the voice of the god. From like you can't
Yes.
see them, they're behind the.
Exactly.
It's just saying,
They speak
go.
to me and they're like, go and
Yeah.
conquer, kill them all.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. We can get like some more troops, and then next turn we can just try and conquer either Corinth or Stymphалus, or you know both, since Diomedes is there, and he seems happy to help.
Well, if we want to make him actually happy to help, we could see if he'll start an alliance with us.
I think we are already allied, actually.
He's not blue, so we haven't got any kind of
Okay.
military alliance. We're just like
Which is nice. We have a non-aggression pact.
Yeah, the neutral guys, they have this like faction alignment thing. So the Greeks will be kind of semi-friendly with Greeks, and Trojans will be semi-friendly with Trojans, even before you have an official alliance.
That is good. So we can ally with him and then see what happens. Because I think they just attacked and won against like an army from Corinth. If they're not sieging the city, this is our opportunity to swoop in and just go. Who is this dude with a leonte? How many lions did they kill for all these dudes? I mean, honestly.
All of them. That's why there's no lions in Europe anymore.
Point taken.
That's
Point
the
taken.
correct answer. Yeah.
That is the only correct answer. That's true. Also,
I
one
think that's
day...
even like, I mean, not actual historical, but I think that's like some sort of pseudo-historical thing I've heard from somewhere. So.
I don't know, man. Resource shortage. You know how we deal with shortages? By killing people.
Okay, quick, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, we got the army. Let's
So
go.
speaking on lions,
Yeah.
can I say something? You know
Yes.
Mycenae was visible at the time of Pausanias. He describes the site. So that was a good 1,500 years after it was abandoned. And he points out that the walls are amazing and that there is a gate with lions on it. And that was the clue that gave the archaeologists at the end of the 19th century to actually identify Mycenae as Mycenae. When they
when
did
they
the
read...
excavations and they found the lions on the gate, they
They're like,
we are
oh,
in
shit.
Mycenae actually.
Oh shit, this is it actually.
Yeah, and some people believe that they are not lions but lionesses. It doesn't seem like the mane is very relevant, and this would be the observation that the lionesses are the one hunting rather than the lion.
Fair.
There would be
fair.
a twist in European heraldry that always the lion is the big animal, and that's cool. And you know that the two lions or lionesses actually on the gate of Mycenae are there is a column in between.
Yes.
And the column is in the Minoan style. So the kind of columns you find in Knossos and Festos, which is narrow at the bottom and larger at the top, because the Mycenaeans had by then already conquered Crete Island and occupied the Minoan palaces. And it might be the explanation for that is it's either the column is a metaphor for the palace, which is a metaphor for the power of the king, or it could be a sort of totemic image for a god or a goddess.
Huh.
So it's a very interesting. I really wish we could fight in Mycenae to see the city, but it's okay.
Yeah, I know. We would need to. We need to fuck up really bad.
Let's devastate Corinth instead.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, we conquered, we raised, and the next one is Stymphалus. If they don't take it right now, because we're taking the whole province. I mean, the gods are telling us to, so we are.
Yeah, we had better get it before they do.
Kate, have you taken Corinth already?
Yes. Yeah, we
Can we see
did.
the battle?
They didn't have
Can't we see?
like any
Any
defenses. We
standing
just
army.
walked in. We were like, yep, because they are our friends, which are not our friends yet, but they will. Actually like cleared the way for us. So I'm hoping that someone puts up some resistance so we can fight. Although there's also the battle mode, which we could do. Like outside of the campaign, there's like just a battle mode.
Yeah.
So
Why
we
don't
could
we
do
do
that
that?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take
I mean, we're not
Corinth, and then let's go do a battle. I'm terrible at those. But you know, I haven't played a Total War game in like 2 years.
No, let's
probably.
do. Listen, this is my proposition. Let's do a Trojan army besieging Mycenae.
I don't know if we can do that in the battle. I don't know. I've never played them, so we'll figure out what to do. We'll figure out what we can do actually. Also point out, I'm gonna point out that I think the symbol for who's this, like, are those the Cretans with the labyrinth? Yeah, it's Knossos. So okay, so we've upgraded.
Yeah. No.
Okay, my administration. Okay, thank you. Yes. Did they take it?
No.
They're very friendly. We just fucking.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, they did. It's them. It's
They
them.
took it. That's why.
Okay. Oh, we gotta talk to them then.
Well,
I mean, it's Diomedes. He's our friend. We can become allies, and then let's see.
we can try.
We can make it work. Woo. Okay, we would offer a lot of stuff to them, but no bronze.
That's because we haven't got any bronze.
Yeah.
We can't ask for either.
We're gonna offer everything, but we're not gonna have bronze. That's see, that's good. But now we basically Yeah. So now the province is is pacified, and we can just deal with it. Okay. We don't have mines, do we? It would be nice. It would be nice to have mines here, but no, we don't. We got grain.
Bronze, no.
got
In one of our
grain.
other cities.
Yeah, let's see. Not in my city. Not in Steamfollows. Maybe it's in the other. It's in the other province.
It's in the other province, I think. Yeah, the
Yeah, it's
Tyrannans.
here. Yeah, well, we got stuff here. Military administration. Whoa, look at that. Special. Okay. Buildings not here, but maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so we can build it in here. We just don't need. You know what? We don't need this shit. Yeah, we can build it in here once we free one of the gaps. Okay, that works. And we need to build an altar. I mean, we don't have one to Zeus, so I think we should. Although in Mycenae, I don't know. Right? I mean, we could. Huh. I mean, it should be Zeus because it's the first one that we do. Let me see if we can. How do we save? Yep. Okay, let's save this one. Okay, and then let's go see one of the battles. Let's go check one of the battles. And let's see. Yes.
Let's see if we can pit the Trojans against.
Let's see if we can. What we can do. Oh my God! Did you see Heracles? Okay, so battles. Custom, basic tutorial, quick, advanced. Oh my God. What the?
Do custom, I guess.
Okay. Okay, attackers, defenders. Ooh, okay, we can choose the. Okay.
Can we?
Incredible. So.
Realism.
Acroy, Artemis Highlands, Astarion's Glory, Battlefield of Ares, Benistrin, Cyclades. Okay, not land, siege. Right? And we can choose what we are sieging. Which, oh, man. We could siege Troy, huh? We could, or... Oh, we can siege Mycenae. Never mind. Daniele, look at us.
Yeah.
Look at us. Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, so who are we and who are they? Should we be like the Mycenaeans retaking Mycenae from invaders? Should we do alternate history and be Hector taking Mycenae? How crazy do we want
History,
to
you
go?
say?
Yeah, let's be Hector.
Okay. And we're fighting against.
Although
my
not if we're going to
city.
lose. So
I mean, we
no
have
pressure. But...
we got a big ass army here, I think. Okay, veteran. How many? I don't know how many spots we have here, so we can have. Okay, we can choose some heroes.
Can we have
David says,
Hector himself? Where is he gone? Yeah.
David says, let the Mycenaeans know how it feels to be besieged by some Trojans.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so no, we should have him, and
We
then
should definitely take Hector with us.
yeah, and then we can get mythical creatures. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he's still in the list. I'm concerned that we're not currently taking Hector with us.
Oh wait, where is
is he?
Hector?
Up at the
this
top
is
on the
him.
right.
That's him. This is Hector, right? Oh no, this is Hector.
No, and with the like
that's
gold.
him. Okay, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him. We got him. And then we can get some champions of Troy, some spearmen.
Yeah, David just posted a link in the chat to a Bronze Age Empire sim called Ozymandias that came out. And as far as I know, I know not that much about Bronze Age games, but this is definitely one of the more, I think, well-known ones.
Okay.
Jeremiah
But there's
McCall is
some.
very keen on it, isn't he?
Yeah, I think.
Ozymandias.
Well, there's that Facebook group, Historical Game Studies Network, and every time I post something about the database, there's always one person who's like, "What about Bronze Age games?" And I am not sure. It might be him. I'm not sure who it was.
Okay. Oh boy. What did I do? Auto-generate army.
We spent money we don't have.
All right. Well, we need to have money for this. This is bullshit. Come on. Okay.
Well, it has always been like this in the Total War. You have a budget. You can't just have an army of heroes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
We have sieging tools. Hey, sieging tools.
Where are
what
they?
Do they have here?
Equipment. Oh well, we have a ram, and we can get three. We can make 3 rams and 3 siege towers and 2 rams. Okay.
Sounds good.
That we can make. We don't have right now. Okay, but we need to somehow, some way, we need to reduce. How do we double left click to remove? Okay, so we have 299 left. What do we get with that? Not much. Not much.
Nothing.
Let's see. We got defenders. We got defenders. We got. Okay, well, this is. Oh. Let's put in easy. Funds. Ultra. There we go. I mean, who cares at this point? Are we playing fair? Of course we're not playing. We're not playing fair. Who wants to play fair? Okay. You know. Might as well. Let's get some champions of Troy. Let's get some defenders. Let's get some guards. Let's get some chosen. Okay. We have you know, we have a big army. And then the map is Mycenae. Okay. Historical. Truth behind the myth. We don't want historical. Time limit 60 minutes. We're not gonna spend 50 minutes. Oh, we can choose the weather. Yeah.
Nice and sunny, I would hope.
Well, it can be dry, it can be rainy, it can be foggy. Allow all mythical units. Yeah, let's go. Ooh, we can do large armies and have double the Yes, let's go. Let's go.
Yes. You're just gonna spend like half an hour just compiling our army.
I don't care. I'm gonna get one. I want
making
one
our
of
budget
everything.
bigger and.
Thank you. Oh,
just
wow.
one of everything, please.
This is, Malish, sorry to again poop on the party. This is also what is a partly unattractive. I mean, what do we know really about those armies and how the units were? I mean, if you play this game with the Romans, and we have now Triarii and Princeps, now Principes and Hastati. Of course, these games have historical background, and people are somehow knowledgeable. And when you have them on the field and you send these troops, it has a connection, perhaps.
Yeah.
But these ones, troops with spears, troops with slingers, I don't know, slings. It's not, again.
Also, I just want to point out that there's actual Iliadic quotes on the screen right now. And this is something that the Total War series has always done.
Yeah.
But it's something that I really like.
Yeah, okay. So, well, now I think before we start the battle, we can take a look at all of our mythical units, because there is a lot to be said about them. I picked like all of them. I think I see those giants. I'm sure there's a Cyclops which is wearing an elephant skull, because that's where Cyclops come from.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the kind of, so, you know, as a non-historian, I don't really care whether we know anything about these kind of units and things. But I mean, I disagree. I quite like that one of the things they have tried to do a little bit, it doesn't always come off, but the different factions have kind of different units that have a bit of character based on kind of the presentation of the person. So like Hector has these kind of chosen guys from Troy, most of whom are quite defensive, because Hector is the kind of supposed to be the ultimate defender, and similarly Ajax recruits a bunch of people who have heavier armor than other people, because he's a kind of shield type.
He's the bulwark of the Achaeans.
Yeah, exactly. Or the Amazons because particularly if you play as Penthesilea, she hasn't got a city, so her troops improve through doing these weird rituals to Ares, and like the big thing about them is like upgrading them. I mean, it's kind of, obviously this is not historical, but they've still put in some effort to kind of make a character for these units, which is a kind of mythological differentiation, which I quite like.
Let's see if our battle can load in the meantime.
Did we break the game with all of our mythical?
It would be incredible to break the game at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of ambivalent on this. Like, this is one of the Total War games that like left me like, I don't even know what I wish they had done more to make me like it more. I did like the RPG aspects. I did like the having to micromanage your heroes, which they had it from Attila. I don't know. I wish the end battle, which I played like several times, was longer, because the Siege of Troy, you play inside Troy, and you have all of your units, you have the siege units and everything else. I just wish it was longer, because I played it and then it finished and I was like, wait, what? I want to kill everyone else. I don't want to stop here. I want to keep playing. I want to conquer the whole world, which is what I
commit arson.
I wonder how would we
arson, of course. Well, I mean, that's the point.
How would we feel about a game based on the Trojan War in the expeditions format, like Expeditions Rome? Because that way you would still get like the managerial resource thing and strategy elements, but you also get the character, RPG format and narrative quest lines and stuff like that. I've been recently playing it, and I know Kate L has played it extensively. So how would we feel about something like that?
Yeah, I think that would be really good, actually. I mean, I as you know, Alex, I liked Expeditions Rome a lot more than I thought I was going to. I hadn't played the other ones in the series, and it's not really, I mean, I've played this quite a lot, but to be honest, the kind of tactical combat games, apart from Fire Emblem, are not really my usual thing. But I thought the balance there between the kind of combat elements and the sort of personal missions and the story and so on was really good, and really kept you coming back for more. And that would let you engage, I guess, a bit more with these sort of individual stories, which would be quite fun. And you could have a stealing the Palladian mission in Expeditions.
That would be a lot of fun. Also look at this Mycenaean type of Troy. With big gates, and then you got their Acropolis with the temples and the things. You're gonna see them in a second. If I manage to get in there, There you go. And they
It's
just
beautiful.
they really went for it. But also the Mycenaean Acropolis with the Minoan
Yeah, it's very
the
Minoan.
Minoan columns
Yeah.
and these beautiful potted
That's
plants.
good.
Fantastic. I love it.
The landscaping is probably a bit too much, not all the
It's
gardens.
a lot of landscaping. Like, look at
Yeah.
this nice. You will see also the round
Yeah.
round thing. It's like the famous Mycenaean landscape, and we don't know. Maybe they did. You know.
Muse, sing of Agamemnon's gardener.
And some of the things cannot be destroyed. But yeah, I
You
think
see the gate? Can we see the gate, the lion gate? The
Oh
lion's
wait,
gate?
yes. 1 second. How do we pause the
Mhm.
back? Okay, 1 second. Oh, we get. Oh, we have photo mode. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
well then.
Okay. Incredible.
For your close-ups of your nameless warriors.
Yeah, exactly. 1 second. Whoa. So the gates are.
okay.
If I can move. If I can move, because we are coming onto the gates. The gates are here.
Oh, yeah, the round graves.
Yeah. They I mean,
Yeah,
not
go,
too.
go, go. Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
It's-
But like we gotta turn now.
No,
There you go. Yeah, these are like this is one of the gates. So we're gonna
no,
have
no, go on the right side. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Go right.
Okay.
Now left. I mean, sorry,
Okay. Left or right?
you're facing the Acropolis. Go left.
Okay.
I think I saw something, and it's interesting.
Pausanias has joined the.
Yeah. Okay. What did you see? Well, that's the river.
Oh, can you move to the walls around? Can you just follow the walls to the left?
I can try. It's not easy
Or you
because
are-
I'm on window mode. Okay.
Yeah, it should be there.
You
Close to
can't go
the.
closer.
Yeah, there.
Because that's the lion gate. Yeah, go as close as you can. Yeah, amazing. It's actually because I've been very, very annoying all the time, but this is amazing. Now wait for it. No. Yeah, that's no. Stay where you are. Up.
I'm late from,
Stay up.
where
Yeah.
I'm you're
No,
like
up.
5 seconds
I'm
late.
so sorry.
Whoop,
No,
I'm in the
wait,
landscaping.
Up and left because there is this bit of a wall protruding out.
This bit of a wall protruding.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a very important detail
Mhm.
because the original entrance to the site, it's not from where our army is.
It's
it
from-
would be from behind the corner. Can you just stop moving?
No, I can't. I cannot. Yeah, the entrance is on the other
need to be-
side. Like we are attacking
Yeah, you
from a
need to be
very
facing it
weird
the other way.
moment.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you that this protruding wall, it's because we know Mycenae had at least 2 phases, and this was built later. So they probably were attacked once, and they understood that the defense was massive, but was not enough. So if the army of the enemy was coming from the opposite side we are coming now, because that would have been the approach, the enemy would have had the left side, against the walls of the city, right? You're coming along the walls on the opposite side, and you're approaching the gate with your left side against the wall.
Yes.
And the left side is where you have the shield.
Shield, exactly.
So that's like sort of an handicap or something that the defenders would need to overcome. And by that bit of a wall protruding out, which is called the projecting bastion, you basically create a corridor, and you can target the right side of an attacker where they have a spear or a sword, and they don't have the defense of the shield.
Yep.
So this was an improvement. It's a very tiny improvement, but it's something that they really thought of in terms of defense. It's not just about the big walls, but it's the idea of creating like a sort of corridor. So as the enemy
Yeah,
is
so
approaching
you're
the gate,
trapped. So the enemy is trapped in there. It's
exactly.
very, very narrow.
The gate,
Exactly.
the gate we are attacking now, that did not exist at all.
Yeah.
And on the right side, where you see the hill going up, there is a cliff that is so vertical that they didn't build any wall because it is impossible to cross.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a very difficult site to actually attack. Huh?
It's also like a very well built kind of like inside the walls. The citadel is fantastic, and they have like this giant cistern which you really don't think about. And it's really like I've been inside the cistern. I shouldn't have, but you know, it happened. And it's incredible. Yeah.
This is also an improvement. The secret cistern was built afterwards.
After that one time, they were attacked, and they were like, "Oh shit!"
At a certain point, they enlarged the city. They included the burials where the mask of the so-called mask of Agamemnon came from, to protect the burial of those kings. And then they realized that having a source of water outside of the city is not practical, and they had to go out through one of the gates that is on the other side. So what they did is to build a tunnel that goes underground with a huge staircase, and they could actually even sort of flood the tunnel, make sure that there is excess water in case of siege. Mycenae is a masterpiece of defense architecture.
Yeah.
So that's why I was so eager to see it, because it is done pretty nicely. I mean, it's much bigger than the reality in the game. Gives you the idea of the mighty cyclopean huge walls and people that had to sort of deterrent, you know, when you have these kind of walls, you don't fight anymore, you don't attack anymore.
Yeah, you just defend it. We have a very slowly moving ram.
I think Assassin's Creed Odyssey also portrayed Mycenae pretty nicely. Like there's very cool like details there, and of course they get carried away with it a little bit. But I thought it was I mean, I still think the best site they have in the entire game itself, Mycenae, was also
Mycenae is great. No, in the game is great. So we have siege towers going on. That's good.
How many towers have you got? 5?
4? Yeah, we got
that's an expensive number of towers you got.
I know. We are very Hellenistic.
We spare no expense.
We spare no expense. Yeah, we're very Hellenistic that way. You know. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's go in. We also have like chariots that we will use once, you know, once we can enter, we can use the chariots. Right now, they're just kind of chilling here.
Do they have blades, the chariots?
I wish. Yeah, my warriors are attacking the gates. Yeah, I can see that. That's why we're here. That's why we're, you know, we're kind of trying to breach the gate. Okay, let's go. We have so many units. My CPU is probably like at the kind of temperature in which you could boil something on top of it. Yeah. All right, the gates have been destroyed. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Everyone in. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, thank you very much. We love that for us. Let's kill everyone. You know. And some of us already in. Oh, this is their prince. This is their hero. Where's our hero?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, they're
we need to have the hero.
Let's send Hector after him.
Yeah. A one-on-one combat. Well, I mean, there's a lot of fighting to be had. I don't even know where our units are at this point. We are about to capture the gates. Thank you. We noticed. Thank you. We're good with this.
So the Dutch flag is us, or is the enemy?
I think the Dutch flag is the enemy. I think the enemy is Dutch. The famous Dutch city of Mycenae, you know. I mean, who can forget? Mycenae in Flanders.
From my point of view, the Dutch are always the enemy, that's true.
All right. Are we capturing this gate? Come on. Let's be honest here.
Where is Hector?
Hector is... He's here. He's fighting on the walls. Oh, they can't be losing heart. Come on now. What are we doing? Oh, we have a favor of Asclepius. Okay. So we are healing our people. We have divine focus. So yeah, Hector is fighting here. We have gotten the gates. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's good. That's great. Can we have everyone in now? This is all of us. Okay, let's go. Let's just get in. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Now that we got the gates. Thank you. This is a lot of units. Oh boy. These are guys just chilling. Just going. Okay. Guys, come in. It's so difficult to play this in windowed mode. You have no idea because I can't really move properly.
No, you're winning. You're doing well.
Thank you. I'm trying.
No?
Nope.
With the yellow
Some of our
one,
warriors
no?
have been routed, but that's okay. Where's Hector? Hector! That's it. He's in the favor of Asclepius. Okay, can we get down and in? Can we go kill this dude? Thank you.
So one of the things I quite like about the hero mechanics is that little Aristea meter that when they kind of get to 100, they have their little Aristeas where they're just super cool. And again, that's, it's a nice little sort of Homeric feeling detail.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I think we should have to.
Oh wow.
I think we should have them fight.
Oh yeah.
I think in that other game that I mentioned, Warriors Legends of Troy, it's a very, I don't know if anyone here played it, but it's a very hack and slash type game. It's almost, it's the epitome of hack and slash. But the usual combo meter is called the Kleos meter there. So again, the
we can have a
Homeric feeling is there.
What? Fantastic.
Yeah, although Kleos is kind of like a growing meter, it does not make that much sense like that.
No, it doesn't. But it's the fact that it's named that way. In that respect, I think I think that's something games do more than TV or film. They include actual names for stuff from the the way soldiers are called Hastati in Roman games or there's games what is it, 0 AD Empire's Descendant or something, that if you click someone they answer T or something in Greek, that's something, or the shields are called a certain way, or spears are Dori and stuff like that. They use these names more, I think, than other media for some reason. And I like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not by any means saying that Warriors Legends of Troy is a great game, because it gets boring very quickly.
It does. It's a problem, but that's okay. I mean, it's one of those where you played for a bit and then you're like, yeah, okay, it was fun. It's done. Okay.
It's one of those with trophies like slay 10,000 enemies.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to do with that game, because you just kill them left and right, but it's
Oh yeah. No. It's this is here is this is very this is very much a massacre here. Everyone's everyone's getting massacred at all times. Who's this? Ooh, okay. So we have sirens that can lure people. Interesting.
That is cool.
Interesting.
What did you have?
We have sirens somehow.
No way.
Don't ask. Don't ask. Okay, and we have...
Cool, actually.
This is a mess of a battle. I love it. Okay, we've lost a unit. Oh, well.
Just
where are the two heroes?
So Hector is here. He's on the walls and he's fighting for his... Well, not for his life. He's fighting, period. And there we go. Here he is with his people, with his dudes. Let's see. And he's very, very angry. So there's that. And then if we could somehow come down here. Yes, I know my warriors are rallying. Thank you. Yes. We're trying. We are kind of slogging on top of the walls. We should be able to come down from them somehow. Okay. Let's see, my swordman. Oh, boys. Victory is close enough to taste. Let's go.
Is it like is it like Rome Total War where you have like areas of the city that you can occupy?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Okay.
That's nice.
Let's
Yeah, they have these
kill.
little like checkpoint areas that you
Yeah.
can hold
Yeah.
as another way
Yeah,
of
yeah.
cool.
Like
winning.
one is here. There's like the flags. Yeah, yeah. There. Oh, finally he made it down there. You go, Hector. You go, my boy. Let's go. Maybe. Maybe.
Or
Yeah. No.
slaughter.
Oh no, he's still on top, but he's killing everyone in his wake, so that's good. I like that. Heraclean Resolve. We're getting all these bonuses. It's like, yeah.
Look, he can have an Aristair.
Yes. Let's go. Let's
Do it.
go. Oh my god. Then we can toggle here. Oh, we can't because we're down the walls. Wait 1 second. Oh. Oh, come on now. Okay, well, he's having a divine moment on the walls.
That's pretty annoying that we can't look at it, but yeah.
It is annoying.
Everyone will
It's-
have to trust us.
We've been building up to it first.
Yeah, trust me, bro. He's killing everyone around him.
But
Okay, that's him. All right. Yeah, he's raging. He's
wait,
actually.
wait. Did we win?
Yeah, we won
Yeah,
already.
we won.
Yeah,
We
already.
killed everyone.
Yeah.
We've
End
killed.
battle.
We killed everyone who moved. So that's good.
Okay, that was
Our
Yeah.
style anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
Yeah. I mean, cadmium victory.
The enemy
And-
has cost you. Do you even deserve to call it a victory?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
thank
we
you for
do.
making
I
us
mean,
feel bad.
All
game.
of them are dead, and we're, so that's good. I don't know if their hero is named. I think he also died pretty early because I was looking for him and I couldn't find him. I was like, what? What is this? I'm curious to see.
Chickened out.
I'm curious to see if the quick battles are. Whoa. Nope. The game decided to crash on me. So
Oh.
we'll take that as a sign.
Well, I mean, we have all been going for almost 2 hours.
The game just said nope
So
and left us.
it's yeah. I mean,
Yeah, no, it's really dead.
that-
It's really dead. Yeah.
that's,
no
oh,
problem.
we might have just destroyed it with the
Well, it's
the
also,
many
it's also running,
the many soldiers we
it's also
had.
running it like at ultra mode, but like windowed. So it's
Yeah.
really churning. The gods have spoken, David. Yes, they have.
It's because the Trojans have conquered Martini, so it's
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
So,
yeah.
right.
You're not
We've
supposed to do that.
subverted the expectations, and we've actually conquered my city, which kind of looked like it, but
It's yeah.
with walls and everything. But yeah, I wish there was like. I wish you could like there was a scenario in which you can replay like the actual siege of Troy with like the like with the horse, like the last moments with the horse, but I don't think you can in the quick battles. But maybe I will explore. But yeah, so in all of this, if you like this game, it goes on sale pretty often, so it's an option. If you like Homeric stuff, and if you want to look at all those weird things, and if you want to play alternate universe Iliad and then kind of Odyssey, or like if you want to play a pre-Odyssey and meet the Phaeacians before you even go to Troy with Odysseus, which you can do. And of course they are, spoiler alert, in Corcyra. They're not, in an island that you cannot reach. You can literally like take a boat and see them and go up to them in like a turn or two. But I was saying before, one day I will find a way to play as the Phaeacians and just colonize and and make the whole world know the robots and their automata and all of that. Unfortunately, they don't have special units. I was expecting them to have the automata and fight with like the lions, the roar, and the dogs and everything, but they don't, which makes me sad because that's the kind of stuff I would have liked. But they're not a playable faction. Like you can play with them but let's just say by moving things around. But they're not officially playable. Alas.
I think it will be a while before we get Phaeacia.
I don't know. When was the last time there was an update for this? Was it a few years ago?
20. Let me check.
Last year, 2 years ago? I know
In
the
an update or
Ajax.
DLC?
DLC?
I think it was Recess and Memnon, and that was December 14th, 2021.
Okay, so
So yeah, well, I don't think they're updating it anymore.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was going to be the last one.
Is that like do they give you a new campaign with that one, or do they just, or you can just play the heroes?
Well, all of the heroes have their own kind of campaign. So, you do the kind of the campaign of Memnon or the campaign of Rhesus, which is going to be a bit different.
I was you know what I was thinking? I was thinking the Diomedes one, and I was thinking if you play the 7 against Thebes, but like part 2.
Oh no.
I wish that would have been a great DLC. With like, the children of the 7, they're just retaking Thebes. That would have been a great DLC, but I mean, even the 7 against Thebes would have been a great thing to do. But not really Troy. I mean, kind of tangentially Troy related, sort of.
I mean, it might be. I haven't played Diomedes. I have played Ajax, but it might be that one of Diomedes' first missions is like conquer the Thebes area and then go off to Troy or whatever.
That could be. Oh,
but
I
don't
love
know.
that. I need to figure it out. I need to figure if I manage to get the computer working.
If you manage to play the game again.
If I manage to get
buy a new one.
To play the game again, or maybe I'll buy a new computer. No, enough. We bought 2 new laptops in 1 month. I think that's this household. Yeah, because they broke. So I think we are at the limit with the laptops for this house.
Do we know what is the next title? What are they working on as Total War?
On Total War.
I actually don't know what was the last one that they, was it a Warhammer one that they?
I think it was Warhammer.
That's a good question. I actually don't think I've kept up with it after Troy. The last one was Total War Warhammer 3 in 2022. I mean,
we know what Microsoft is working on, which is the remaster of Age of Mythology. So we will play that.
Yeah.
Actually, they have done this weird thing, and there's an update for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition with Rome.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So now you can play Ancient Rome with the other civilizations. There's a whole ass campaign with Trajan. And then they brought in all the civs from Age of Empire 1 to Age of Empires 2.
You're right.
It's called Rise of Rome, I think.
Return of Rome is called. Let's see. Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, no, choices have been made. But it's if you like Age of Empires 2, that's definitely something to play because it's the civs with from Age of Empires 1 with the whole new Age of Empires 2 system. Incredible, fantastic. I can't wait. And a campaign with Trajan. How many games have that? None. I'm a Trajan stan. So yeah, but no mythology in that, unfortunately.
No, better. No mythology.
No. No myth. I mean, we love Age of Mythology. On this channel, we love Age of Mythology. So.
Me too. All right. So I think, seeing as the game is broken,
that we should not.
And that we've been going for around 2 hours, I think we should maybe call it a day here, if that's fine with everyone. So yeah, thank you again, Kate and Daniele, for joining. Again, apologies for the technical issues that we had
for the
today.
Whole mess that
we every time we think we figured this out, there's a new type of issue that we need to prepare ourselves for, and that we just completely derailed us. So yeah, thank you, the chat as well, for being active. We'll be back next week, where we'll be playing Rome Total War with Eduardo Garcia Molina, who you might remember from last week, where we played Pokemon, or you might know from many memes on Twitter. Excellent memes on Twitter. So yeah.
Yes, we will go, Blast from the Past from Rome 1. That is a game I haven't touched in a lot of years. And then we will play Rome 2, and we'll have Daniele back for opinions. And we will finish with Attila. So we will actually Attila, which is like the grandfather of Troy: A Total War Saga, or like the direct dad of Total War Saga. So especially for the administration part, with more drama.
For for the Attila one, we will have Jan Rollinger as our guest to close out the season. So the editor of the 2020 Video Games Classical World volume. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, thank you everyone, and have a good weekend.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming
bye.
here.
Yeah.
Bye.
It was a pleasure.
Bye everyone.